Hello and welcome back to Heroes of the Mist by RPG Research, a 501c3 nonprofit studying the effects of all role-playing game formats and their potential to help improve lives. I'm your host and game master, Hawk Robinson. We're broadcasting here out of Spokane, Washington, this December 30th, 2018. This is the second half of today's session. We just came back from a short 10-minute break. And our band of heroes had just entered into the wildwoods. Cue the sounds there, Dan. And as they traveled for a few hours in, Moisha was up in the advance guard and came across a body about 50 feet ahead laying down in the snow in the middle of the road. And Farhad came up and joined Moisha as well. They'd both gotten off their horses. Moisha had drawn his bow and Farhad was going up to inspect the body. And let's continue from there.
Farhad is going to not draw a weapon.
Okay.
And approach the body carefully.
Okay.
Looking around. Also, like, checking for traps and all that kind of good stuff.
All right. So moving very slowly, looking all around, listening. Of course, on the east side of the road, we've got normal forest sounds on the west side of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
The east side of the roads, you got more kind of scary, monstrous sounds from time to time coming from the east side. The occasional animal crawl and scream of a dying animal and things like that. And the occasional sound of something very large moving in the distance. So far you haven't seen anything, but it's all sounds in the distance. The deeper you go into the wildwoods, the closer you get to the Infernium, which is where all the creatures that used to be in northern Regnum Sapientium and the surrounding area before the kingdom was founded have been kind of slowly pushed and condensed into this smaller and smaller space where it's supposed to be just extremely dangerous. And you're traveling north right alongside that. All right, so you're creeping up carefully to the body lying face down in the snow. 40 feet away, 30 feet away, about 25 feet, you definitely see a distinct trail of blood in the snow going back north, the way this person was clearly running south and collapsed face down in the snow. And you can see a blood trail leading up to here. And the clothing looks a bit scorched and singed, and you think you see some skin, scorched flesh from behind. The hair is kind of in pockets unnaturally kind of shriveled up as though from extreme heat. It's hard to identify the hair color because it looks so scorched. It's a kind of darker, it looks like it might have been blondish, but it's kind of more charred brown. And you can smell the smell of burned hair and flesh as you get closer. 20 feet. 15 feet. 10 feet. The figure in the snow coughs.
I stop. And
You can hear the figure wheezing.
Greetings, friend. You seem to be in a bit
figure
of
in the
trouble.
snow jolts, tries to lift its head, but all it can do is just kind of turn it to the side. You see the distinctive ears of an elf from that side view. You notice from the more weathered tan skin, this is probably a wood elf. And you also see a few tattoos that might indicate it's a wood elf.
Okay.
So still kind of face down, turned his head slightly. Help me. Help me.
I approach him.
Okay.
Get closer.
Moisha, you saw it move its head, and you saw it kind of twitch a little. That's about it. And you see Farhad getting closer. Now, Farhad, where are you on the road? If Moisha's back, let's go ahead and do a little tactical drawing here, just in case. This could go many different ways. Oh, none of my markers here. They're all on the bus, aren't they? Because John's not here, and I didn't prepare.
Wait, what's this?
Is that whiteboard?
Dry erase.
Okay, that'll work. We're going to be monochromatic here, but it'll do.
It's a Sharpie.
So,
There's tricks for that.
Silly. Tricks are for kids.
so here's the figure in the center of the road. Kind of a curve like this. Moisha's back here. Farhad's here. Now, Farhad, are you straight line, or are you off to the right or the left?
I am in the center of the road.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're in the line of fire for Moisha covering you.
Then Moisha should move.
Moisha has only so much that at 40, 50 feet away, there's only so much difference that would make.
Right. Also, Moisha shouldn't be shooting at me or the guy on the ground, but at the other bandits jumping out of the woods.
Okay, I just want to be clear, though, is all.
In other words, this guy's going to jump out at you and...
Yeah,
That
just
doesn't
wanted to be
surprise
clear.
me. I see him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Moisha stands
Okay.
back, sweeping left and right.
Okay, understood. All right. So he slowly pulls up a scorched, bloody hand, holding it up, asking for help again. Help me.
What happened? What can we do for you? Where are you hurt?
All over the war, the battle.
Battle. Who were you fighting?
The Northrons and Centaurs. They're trying to take our land.
Northronders and centaurs are attacking the Wood Elves.
Yes. They're trying to steal our land. Help.
I switch into Elvish as I'm talking to him.
Okay.
We'll do what we can for you, friend. Rest here. I holler for Moisha. Moisha, do healing herbs? Anything?
Yes,
Bandages?
I've got some. I'll be right there.
Karn says, "What is up ahead?"
An injured person. I wasn't sure if it was a trap, but Farhad needs medicine.
It hurt Farhad?
Torn, get up there and help them.
Oh, all right. What medicine you need? I hop down.
Leave the pack horse and get up there on your horse.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, I hop him.
Okay. So Torn comes riding on up.
All right.
And we need
Torn is
bandages.
looking all around warily, expecting it to be an ambush.
All right. Then we got Elo, which is probably gonna be the biggest one
Yeah.
for healing. And then there's one that does D4 thorough, so you probably do a
Yeah.
quick
You
administration.
might need to get closer to actually diagnose what he needs.
Yeah.
Diagnosing from 50 feet away is a little difficult.
Yeah.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, look at what we have. I have this
Oh,
nice.
you had a nice one. Thank
Oh,
you.
good.
If he wants proper doctoring, then he can drag himself to an infirmary.
So yes, so we
You two approach?
we approach and
All right.
bring our pharmacy.
All right. Do you leave him face down or roll him over?
You proper medicine things.
Check his spine.
Can you roll over?
No.
Okay.
Barely breathe.
Let me check your back.
Farhad goes, that's okay, I can roll him.
Okay, do you roll him over?
Yeah.
Okay, he screams in pain as you do so, because it appears to be his backside is what was mostly burned. His front side doesn't look scorched at all. It's all
my
of its.
mistake.
What?
My mistake, and pulled it back.
Oh, that ain't good.
Yeah, his front side looks okay. It's all his back area is all burned and scorched and wounded and such, torn scabs, etc.
Okay, so
he's screaming in pain.
Was the one that was a
Okay, I
like
get off my
nose
pony
pain?
and come closer to try and see what's going on.
So you're gonna ride up as well?
Yeah, but then
You gonna leave your pony behind and walk up, or are you
Well,
gonna ride up and then?
I'll ride up, then leave the pony, and then walk up a little bit closer
All right.
to try and see.
It's Karn, Janera, and you now, and Al Sidra and the pack horse. Yeah.
I will stay.
Okay.
Hey,
All right. You see Karn looking very nervously around. Keep your eyes open for ambush.
I will give him a dose of Arunia,
Okay. Which does?
it is quick unconsciousness. 1 hour of sleep equals 4 hours of rest,
Okay.
but will make him unconscious so that we can then
Operate on him or whatever.
address
Yeah.
his
Okay.
deeper wounds.
Great. So how is it prepared?
It's a root you brew.
So you're gonna need to make
Yeah.
a fire.
Exactly.
Okay. So you make a fire there on the side of the road.
Yeah.
All right. Start making a fire and
Hey.
get out your little thing. And
doesn't Janera have
what's
some
going
sort
on?
of a healing magic
I
we can
say
use?
as he's
okay.
as he
So
starts
Talk
building
comes
Should
walking on up.
Should I? Oh, Top, good.
I see him starting to build a fire, and I'm like,
Hey.
wait, what are we doing here?
Top, go ask the engineer. We got here's a fella that's been all burnt up or something, and we got medicine, but it'll take a while. So
Wait,
Farhad, what are you doing during this?
Well, Farhad's going to wait for Torin to finish talking,
yeah.
and then he is going to run back to Janera and let Talk stay there
Okay.
and relay the information.
Okay.
Right. Ask her if she can got some magic and help him out, because otherwise we're gonna be here a while trying to tend to him. and I don't think we should be here a while.
What? So he's a wood elf, right?
Hey, he said, "What?"
Yes.
In the woods to the west, about a few hundred feet in the woods, you hear a large crack like a tree snapping, and then you hear the sound of a tree falling.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
He is a wood elf, and these are woods. It would be good to have a wood elf friend.
Forget the fire, and I reach
Fire's
into my.
already started.
I ran up pretty quick.
Moisha is very good at firemen.
Oh, okay. Well,
You could stomp it out.
well, I just don't worry about it. I can take care of this. And I reach in my pocket and I fish out one of my 2 metal vials labeled heal that I took from the Mordred troops and did not tell anybody about.
Okay. Pull that out.
And I can someone hold him up so I can pour this in his mouth?
Moisha will do that.
Okay. Do you put the
My
fire out?
goodness, illusionists are very powerful.
Do you put the fire out that you just started, or leave it?
I leave it.
Okay. All right, you go on over, help him.
Wait, should that fire be going?
Stamp
A
it
little
out.
closer
for
in the
him.
woods,
Okay.
you hear another,
Stamp it out. That doesn't
and
sound
another
good.
tree falls. A little closer. Still a few hundred feet away.
I haven't tried this one of these out yet, but I'm hoping it'll get him healthy enough that we can start moving. And I
Did
pour
Farhad
the
actually
vial.
leave to tell Janera and everything?
What is Farhad now doing?
Farhad's going to run back.
All right. Okay, Farhad's running back. You run back to your horse, hop on your horse,
Run
or
back
just
the
run on
horse
foot?
and
Okay.
right back to
All right, great.
All right, now drink down this medicine.
Okay. You hear a few hundred feet away in the woods, and the snapping of more tree branches and twigs
Oh,
getting
shoot.
closer.
Sounds like worse.
And even you guys back in the back can hear that off that way in the woods to the northeast. Karn's slowly pulling out his lance.
Okay. Quick, get him on a horse. You know, hop down with my newfound
And
strength.
you heard that
and
roar
vigor.
as you were riding your horse towards Karn and the others.
All right then. So, I take it Leon's the biggest of the horses that are close by.
Okay.
So, come on, get him on the horse.
Okay.
But he hobbles on up, and you can see his wounds starting to heal up quickly. But
All right, then.
It's going to take a little bit.
Wait, but is Leon going to react well to that?
Well, I'm his handler.
How much has he adapted in this time to other
Well,
people?
he has the commands of the horse.
Oh, that's right. He has the commands now,
It's
so-
a well-disciplined war horse,
Yeah.
so it does what he tells it to do. Others have trouble with that, but he does it. Okay. So you put the wood elf up on the horse, okay? And he can see his wounds healing as you're looking at him, but he still climbs up.
Right then. I climb up quickly and it's like, hold on,
Okay. And then what?
turn the horse around, wait for
Okay,
whoever's
head south?
Yes,
Okay.
head back to.
All right, Farhad, you get to the others. Karn has his lance ready and is pulling out his large shield. He says, "What is it up there? What is that sound?"
I don't know, something big.
No, not you, Farhad.
Okay.
There's a wounded wood elf in the road. The centaurs and the North Ronders attacked the wood elves, and he was burned beyond recognition. There is something coming towards us. The little fellow did some magic to a thing of juice, and it's going to heal him and make it better. But it would be good to have a wood elf friend, here in the woods.
I agree. So now you see Torin with the wood elf riding this way quickly. Moisha? Something very large is coming through the woods.
I'm headed back to my horse.
Okay. Quick speed or walking casual?
Double time.
Okay.
I almost beat Torin on horseback back to my pony.
Okay.
I'm running so fast on my tiny little legs.
All right.
I
so
climb.
you beat a path back.
I
So the
climb
others
up
come riding.
that pony
Okay.
so fast it doesn't even know what happens. It's like, there's a person on me. Okay.
All right. So you all ride back to the rest of the group, so you're around the bend, so you can't quite see that part of the road where you guys are to the south here. But you can hear the crashing of the trees. But it still sounds north of you now that you guys are farther south down the road. It doesn't sound like it's coming south towards you.
Okay.
But it does sound like it's coming from the east heading west.
All right then.
And so you guys can't see it, but you can hear it crashing. Every now and then you hear an entire tree fall, and the sound of many branches snapping, and the occasional coming from that direction. You have all now gathered. You see Karn and his horse are getting ready. He's like ready to charge with his lance ready, just watching that road, keen-eyed. But you have all now gathered here in the road. What do you do, River?
Can we please run away from whatever is felling trees now?
Tora?
I mean, I'm just going to say that we head farther south until this goes away, because it doesn't sound like it's coming this way. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Moisha, as you come riding up.
How's our patient doing?
He didn't fall off.
He's healing up before your eyes.
Okay. Good. We should get him to safety.
Okay. Talk. You just ride on past them to the south?
I stop when we get to the group.
Okay. All right. And then they seem to be debating what to do.
Come, let's go.
How close does it?
It's a few hundred feet to the northeast. It doesn't sound like it's getting closer, heading south. It doesn't sound like it's heading south at all. It just sounds like it's going from east to west. But you can't see it around the bend in the road.
Okay. No. Everyone just stay put and stay quiet. And I'm going to cast Mirage and just recreate a section of the path earlier that we've already passed over us. So we're hidden by trees, and it looks like the path is going into the woods to the next to the let's say to the east of us.
Okay. Farhad.
Friend, what's your name? What's that thing coming at us? Where's the best place we can get you to safety?
I don't...
Shush!
I don't know. Nephestus is the name.
Nephestus?
Nephestus.
Was that in Common or Elvish, by the way?
That would be my
I
name.
will. If I'm speaking Elvish, I'll say in Elvish before I start speaking.
Okay.
So,
So that was common.
Yeah, it's in Regnum Sapientium. Latinius.
Yeah.
Which the elves all share a common root anyway, so. Alright.
Alright. Farhad pulls out his longbow
Okay.
and grabs a couple of death arrows.
Okay. Alright.
River is going to be watching out and is just prepared to hit whatever large thing comes out with
Okay.
magic missile.
For it.
I make sure that I have the range to the other pack animal ready, so if I have to
Okay.
run south,
Alright, so you
then
gather up the other
Yeah.
pack animal.
Yeah.
Farhad might get to see River fight something.
Moisha.
Moisha knocks a silver arrow in his bow.
Okay. Talk. You're doing your spell.
Yeah, and
Is that concentration or time?
that one's I believe it's just a sec. Sorry. Yes, this one is not concentration.
Okay, what's its duration?
Sorry, I thought I remembered this.
That's where that summary spell sheet is very handy, because it has it all summarized on the character sheets. Okay, I'm going to assume 1 round per level until you can tell me otherwise.
Okay.
And you're what, 3rd level? Illusionist?
Second.
2nd level, okay. So that's 2 rounds. Unless you can tell me otherwise. Alright, so everybody's waiting. You can hear the crashing, you can hear it up north, and then you hear...
It's a cantrip.
Okay, you hear it stop. And you hear it give out...
So, the reason I do the explanations is that I'm not quite clear on all the code, the shorthand
Okay.
on here, but I got it here. So
Should get familiar with it as a spellcaster.
yeah. So what
It would be D for duration.
PMT?
Permanent? Okay, read the spell. We go back and read the spell and get back to me.
Okay, because
Because that's... that
Powerful
sounds like
cantrips.
permanent, and I don't think that's right. Unless until it's dispelled or something. Alright, so moments are going by. You're all waiting at the ready, ready to bolt, ready to fight or flight. And then you hear the crashing again. This time not the big trees, just the occasional snapping twigs and branches. Sounds like it's marching at a fairly quick speed back east, as though it's running away from something. And heading back east. So it gave out that big bellow and then seemed to turn and is running east through the woods. And slowly fades off into the distance.
Hey, you think it's maybe that their
It is
wards he's
concentration.
talking about?
sorry,
What's that?
it is concentration. I
Okay.
confused myself and was reading the wrong
All right.
spell.
Okay. Nefestus, no, that's a week away from here.
Oh. Oh.
Far too far south for the battle. Unless it's caught up with me, but I'm sure the druids would stop it.
Caught up with you. Oh.
What did you give me? I'm feeling so much better. I can't believe how much better.
You know, I learned not to ask too much about this.
He's looking at the little gnome there.
Generally, it's just kind of
Suspiciously.
magic.
Dan, you want to give a little more description of that character? And you've got a drawing up there on the screen.
So, despite the healing, there are certain scars on his face, particularly the nasty scar on his left.
Which is
so
highly unusual for elves.
Yeah, a nasty scar over his left eye that, despite the healing, does not heal up.
So it looks like an old one that's been there a long time.
Yeah.
And it must be something magical or something for elves to keep that kind of scarring.
Yeah. He's he's got a couple of I want to say trophies that he adorns his body with. One of them is actually a skull that he uses to protect one of his shoulders.
Okay, so one of his shoulders has is it a human skull?
A pauldron?
You may not want to ask.
Looks a humanoid skull.
Yes.
Yes, anything else notable?
Generally leather armor with some like teeth stuck out of it to make
Okay.
it, so that you really don't want to grapple him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is one of the audience interaction submissions from Dan. He saved up his points to spend it on this.
Mm-hmm.
So you, as an audience viewer, if you want to be able to cause things to happen in this game, this is just one of many examples. All right. So he's there looking around at all of you suspiciously as you're watching his wounds heal. Now his hair's still scorched and singed, and his clothing's still damaged and such, but you can see the burns and such slowly starting to fade away. And the blood is just caked on his clothing and such. He's like, Where am I? How far did I make it? Who are you? What are you doing here in the woods?
I'm Torin. Howdy.
Shh. He slides down off the horse and kind of backs away, putting his back to the woods, looking at all of you warily. You don't see any weapons on him at this point, though.
In Elvish, I
Yeah.
say, we're escaping from Bregnum Sapientium. We were in Port Balkoth when Mordred's forces showed up, and you right now are about a half a day's ride from the Fist of Cord, the old
Fist of-
destroyed keep by the crossroads.
In Elvish, Fist of Cord.
It's a monastery for worshippers of
Oh,
God
the old
Cord.
human keep that encroached on our lands centuries ago.
That one.
Oh, he spits. They're
I
fixing
spit.
it up, are they?
What
Well
was that?
then, why are you with these kind? You're a half-breed, aren't you?
Yes.
What are you doing
I'm
with these
neither
kind?
one thing nor another, and yes. There are things happening right now that threaten all of us.
We don't care
Mordred and
about...
his forces.
Oh, Mordred, what do we care about Mordred? That's just the... Isn't that the bastard of the king of the humans?
Why, yes it is, and yet he seems hell-bent on wiping the planet clean.
Or just the humans, be fine by us.
He will not stop the humans.
Well, that's a concern, if you say so. Who are all these others? What are you all doing up getting close to our lands?
We are traveling through. We are on our way to go far, far beyond these lands, but we need to travel through them to get to our destination.
Well, north is not the way to go. There's a full-on war happening there. And you'll have to pick sides.
Well, it's a good thing that we made a friend today, then, isn't it?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Can you get me back to my people?
So what do you think they're talking
Uh,
about?
he doesn't have any weapons on him at all.
Nope. He's got empty scabbards and such, but his weapons are missing.
We can.
I'm sure he's
We may be able to get you back to your people. Let me talk to these ones, and we'll get you going or prepare you for your journey.
You may speak to them.
So I relay all of that back to everybody else.
You see, not even a thank you. It's kind of
Well, you don't speak Elvish, so you don't know.
No,
what
he
to
relayed all that back to them.
say. Well, you relay everything he said as well?
No, just the data.
So you better relay it then manually then.
Oh, okay. There's a war between the Wood Elves and the North Ronders and the Centaurs. And
Huh?
the Wood Elves, they don't like you people. They don't like me people either. They don't like other Wood Elves. But we have made a friend today. And they may be able to help us as we travel through. There is a full-blown war. And we will have to choose sides when we get to the battlegrounds. Since we already have a friend here, it's much easier to join with the Wood Elves than to try to convince a Northronder or a Centaur that we're just here to help.
Wait, you saying we was gonna have to take sides and get in a battle with them? Because,
We may not have to be in a battle, but we will have to be on a side of a battle.
and it's gonna be the Wood Elves.
Yes.
I concur, Torin.
I mean, I'm all well and good you helping him out. I understand, but
He understands the common tongue, so
And the Wood Elf is watching you,
yeah.
looking at you.
What problem would you have with someone who would give us their word to escort us safely through a dangerous place, to a dangerous place?
Fine.
Remember, we are here on a bigger, more important task than any small battles or any regional concerns. For instance, we let the coward Karn come with us. I would not travel with him, and yet it is important that we achieve our goals.
All I'm saying
You
is-
hear Karn's gauntlet tighten.
I'm gonna keep doing it until I hear his teeth snap.
You could give this guy an aneurysm.
Well, all I'm saying is I'm not gonna run up and try sticking some North Rounder just because we's trying to get through this. It ain't our fight, but I ain't gonna cause no trouble for no one.
People like you and I, Torin, sometimes it may be a good idea for us to stick a North Rounder, but other times we may have other skills that will be just as valuable, that will require no sticking of any kind.
All right then. Well, that doesn't sound too bad then. So there. So there.
Now, in my saddlebags and things,
Mhm.
I have a bunch of
Mordredian leftovers.
more
Yes.
Mordredian cutlery.
Yep.
So I have a short bow from a lieutenant.
Okay.
I have a long sword from a lieutenant.
Okay. You're going to offer that to the Nefestus?
Yeah, and I have a dagger.
Okay. So you gather those up and walk up to him with them?
Yeah.
To him? Okay. So you approach him with it. He's watching you warily. And he looks at you questioningly.
They're. We don't travel with anyone who can't fight. You can't fight without good steel.
Except Rupert.
Except me.
Well, I can fight.
You can fight better with steel.
But he points at those. Are you truly that ignorant about these peak kind? Give those to me.
I give it to him.
He takes them, he looks at them, sets them down on the ground, waves his hand over them a little bit, and they start glowing. And he steps away. You fool. You're all fools. And he starts running south.
Wait, what?
He just starts running south.
Bye.
I thought he gave us a word or something. I mean, that just goes to show what a Wood Elf's word's good on. Ugh.
He made us no promises, and we made him none. We were negotiating.
The glow from the items slowly fades, but you noticed all of you in this area, if you had any more Dredian equipment on you, it glowed as well.
Talk!
Including from the bags and everything else.
You're a magician. What is going on?
He's focused and concentrating on his mirage still.
Alright.
He's still focused and concentrating.
Top?
I just hand throw a sling
Knife?
bullet at him.
Okay.
Um,
Breaks your concentration. Mirage goes away.
What? Did it pass?
We're safe. But all of the Mordredian equipment we have pilfered.
And you see all of it glowing, the glow's fading away now, but...
Oh.
It seems to be enchanted. It scared the devil out of our elf friend.
All
What's
right.
going on?
I am currently throwing 4 throwing knives on the ground.
Okay, and you see the glow fading away from those.
Can I examine some of the daggers that I have from the Utter Mordredian and try to figure out, look for...
Well, you already knew they all had runes in them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A little bit. Just, yeah, you didn't, but you weren't there for the loot. But, they all had a little bit of silver, right? They had a little bit of silver, and then they were black with a little bit of silver, and then, well, not all of them. Some of the arrows have runes in them and such, but they're more magical ones and such. The others are just lined with silver and such. And it appears to be the silver lining specifically that was glowing.
Because I'm not sure of the barding on Leon. Any of that glow?
You guys picked all the silver out of that.
Yeah.
You guys stripped all of that off to try to make it look more generic.
Yeah, and
So it did not glow.
Did they give it any metal teeth?
I don't think any of my gear is Mordredian.
Are the
Yeah, I am under the impression that I have silver arrows, but not Mordredian silver arrows.
Yeah, if they're not Mordredian, you're fine.
are the metal vials that I
Nope.
have?
Nope.
Okay.
So if it's metal, the weapons that have, silver...
The arrows, all the arrows were glowing that were Mordredian, both the regular and the more deadly ones. All of the scabbards and weapons that you took from them, they were all glowing.
My free sexy arrows.
Yep.
Arrows are so expensive.
Yep.
And I use so many.
Yep.
I need more free arrows.
Yep. They're all glowing, and the glow is now faded.
What about okay. I've got Chong's longsword, which is damaged.
Chong's longsword?
Yes, this is all the loot from the scouts that we killed.
Oh, okay.
It has not been. I kept it separate because you were giving names and everything. So, if the danger is immediately past, then I'm doing an inventory.
Okay.
Inventory check.
Torrin, what are you doing?
Are the silver coins glowing?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Just the gear. Torrin, what are you doing?
Well, first I was looking over the horse's barding, Leon's barding.
Yeah, and it did not glow.
Okay, and I'm just doing a double quick check to make sure I didn't have a knife or something, but I don't think I did. I think all my gear has been furnished by the North Ronders. So,
Okay.
because I felt iffy about, oh, wait, the sword. The short sword I was trading with was glowing.
Yep. Yep. Everybody thoroughly go through your equipment just so you're aware. You still
Is
get to
there
decide
any
what
way
you
for
want
us
to
to
do.
find out what the actual enchantment on these things are?
Here.
That's what
If
I wanted
you
to
have
find.
the abilities to do such things
Yeah,
as
I'm
a
not
spellcaster.
not today.
Not today. Yeah, because you have to memorize different spells, don't you?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm passing down to
I
you
wish
the.
I-
So, but you heard Farhad say that, right? You said that out loud, Farhad, right? Is there any way
That's
to figure
right,
out what
Farhad
this
said
enchantment
that.
is? So, River, do you say anything or do you remain silent?
I can figure out what it is tomorrow, but not today.
Lillian, could you pass that to Hawk?
You.
Each one is a different person.
Okay.
Chong was the one that was burned,
Okay.
so all of his stuff is damaged.
Okay.
And I never got amounts for all those money pouches. The only
Okay.
one I got amounts for was the one that burned, so because it was loose change.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. So that's River's response.
Wait, so you're telling me I had a magic sword all along?
The power was in you the whole time.
Torin, that sword could be magic. It could be a magical sword that helps you fight more magically, or it could just be something that is used to catch thieves, so that whenever Mordred is looking for things that belong to him, he can find it and the people carrying them.
Oh. Wow.
So, magic or cursed.
That seems like a lot of effort to go on like every little thing. I thought magic was like expensive or something.
It can be.
Man.
You've heard the stories about Mordred's mother, Morgana Le Fay,
Just a crazy magician.
and that she uses magic profusely.
So I guess he's gotta give it all up, huh?
That would be wise.
Well.
Not necessarily. If there's anything that you can take the silver off, if the silver's what's glowing, then the silver's what's enchanted, not the rest of the thing.
Well, I mean, may come as a surprise to you, but I don't happen to have myself, a blacksmithy here, so.
Well, it's just silver is soft, steel is hard.
They're all looking at each other.
Yeah,
I saw that jar of poison. Did
Yes.
that glow?
No.
Okay.
So I'm
All right.
I'm next to the I wrote up next to one of the pack horse or the pack mule, whichever one had all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And each of them is still bundled up in a cloth individually. And I'm gonna start going through them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Shock arrows.
Yes.
Glow or no glow? I'm just
They-
going to go through my list. Glow or no glow?
They all of the weapons and equipment glowed.
Okay.
If it was
Gold
Mordred.
earring.
What?
Gold earring.
No.
Longsword. It's on the ground. Horse flail.
Yes.
Okay. Chainmail. Magic.
Yes.
Okay. Medium shield.
Yes.
Okay. And then the only thing else. Oh no. Dagger. Pack. I have a lock picking kit that's plus 10 because it's
No.
Mastercraft.
No.
Nope.
No problem
Okay.
there. No glow there.
All right. And then I do have a bulging pouch that I haven't actually opened up yet to look at.
Don't just brag.
Careful.
You brag about how much money he has in the pouch. Right?
well, Torn unhooks the short sword from his belt and pitches
Okay.
it onto the ground,
Okay.
since apparently we don't get nice things.
Flatterhod takes all of his, all of the weapons, all the things that glowed, puts them in one of his bags,
Okay.
and rides over to where the fire was that got stamped out.
Okay, so as you ride around the corner and up there to see, you see a large tree, probably about 2.5 feet in thick, had fallen across the road, and you see a huge footprint, about 10 feet long, with claws, partway on the road near where the fire was, and a bunch of broken branches and everything on the road here. But you see right where that claw hit the middle of the road, the snow is all melted and scorched. And then you see, as you get, those huge claw prints go back into the woods the other direction. And there's just this tunnel through the woods of broken trees going off due east.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
All the way to the top of the trees. Whatever it was about as tall as the trees.
Right. Okay. Is there any
And about-
coals or embers in the fire?
About 15 feet wide. What's that?
Are there any coals or embers?
Yeah, the
in
fire's still going.
Okay. I'm going to take that bag of stuff and drop it. Well, I'm going to get off. I'm going to add some lantern oil to the fire,
Okay.
and douse the bag and burn it.
All right. And start burning the gear.
Yeah, including
Okay.
my sexy arrows.
Okay. All right. So that starts to catch. And then?
Ride back,
Okay.
talk to everybody.
All right. Farhad comes back, lighter a load.
While I'm sorting through,
Karn said, "What did you see up there?"
Something very large came to the forest. It had feet that were at least a man and a half in length.
Karn's and Dranera's eyes both get large.
The trees that were knocking down were each big enough to build a house individually. And something very, very hot made it turn around and run for its life.
Dranera says, "That's probably the druids' wards that they keep the creatures of the wildwoods and Infernium from crossing the road. At least that is the stories I've heard. That's what keeps them from crossing."
Wait, I thought
Well,
that elf
he
fella.
did make an excellent path for us to go due east if we'd like.
That's probably straight into the Infernium.
I vote not.
Wait, I thought that elf fella said that we wouldn't hit the wards for like another week.
Things may have changed. We would have to ask the druids. I am only guessing at this point.
Well, as I'm sorting through, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll come back to it.
River?
Yeah, she's tossing her daggers that she got from Mordred.
Oh, the
and
garrote
soldiers.
wire.
No,
Okay,
we didn't.
my snares.
Oh,
But that's it. That's what
Okay.
she had.
Yeah. No, I hadn't taken much in the
And
way
what
of
are you
loot
doing
from
with this
before.
stuff? Just throwing it on the road?
Oh, what else am I gonna do with it?
Okay.
oh, I burned all of the things I had. That will ideally melt the silver, perhaps breaking the wards. It may destroy the cool things we found, but they may not be able to track us if that is a tracking spell.
Ain't worth the risk. I'll just leave it. I mean, if we go into a war zone, there's gonna be all kinds of swords and shields and axes all over the place, right?
Well, we can examine the stuff from Chong who was burned alive,
Right.
and see
Yeah.
if any of that has any residual glow.
Yeah, everything stopped glowing by now, so you don't
Okay. I wish I knew what that spell was, but
It looked
Probably
like you've
detect
seen, you've seen other magic users cast detect magic, and that just
Oh.
definitely looked like
Oh.
that.
Well,
Yeah. There are other variations that might work as well, but that was, you've seen detect magic before, and that was detect magic.
okay, cool.
So
But what was
the
strange
last thing
is
I have
how-
remaining is a bulging pouch that belonged to a Cadmael
Yes.
Tominopoulos.
Okay, you have the Greek one.
Yeah.
Okay. You want
What's
the-
in that pouch?
Okay. Let's see. That was the lieutenant, one of the lieutenants. It has 5 platinum pieces, 100 gold pieces, 11 silver, 10 copper, and an assortment, 8 small diamonds. Each little diamond's worth about 50 gold pieces each.
How much is a platinum worth again?
5 gold.
I always think they're worth more.
I mean, it's going to depend on where you are.
Yeah.
But that's the standard D&D
Okay.
ratio. Yeah, Mithril is like 100 gold.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
You bet.
So I'm going to look at the examine the fire damage things
Okay.
for silver.
Yep. You do see that they distorted slightly, but we're still firmly, like someone, it's like etched in, like they etched it and then laid it in, and so it was embedded in it fairly deeply in the pommel and such.
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff that was a little more on the surface got a little more warped from heat, but for the most part it remained.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to pick up one of the
And you are seeing a trend that it seems to be a very thin filament of it that is consistently through all the equipment.
So I'm going to pick up one of the throwing knives,
Okay.
and I'm going to use it to try and gouge out the filament
Okay.
from one of the other throwing knives.
Okay.
See if like all you have to do is damage part of it and like maybe it breaks the circuit or something, and try and see if I can just how hard
fiddling with it.
Just how hard it is to dig it out.
It's pretty difficult. Were any of these are all just normal throwing knives, right?
Yeah, they're just throwing.
Yeah, you're having great difficulty. Barely scratches them.
Yeah,
it does scratch them, but barely.
Okay.
But you're experimenting with that. Torrent?
Then I'm going to go back to.
Missed you a few
Once I
times,
do that,
Moisha.
then I'll go back to
You're still
examining
that's gonna take you a
the other
while,
stuff.
So, Moisha?
I have no more dreading gear.
Okay, so you're fine. Karn reaches through his saddlebags and hops down, puts his lance away, and walks over and hands you a short sword. Boy, you need to be very careful with this. It's in a scabbard. It's in a nice scabbard. Do not lose this. This is on loan. This is not for you to keep unless I say otherwise. That is a very high quality short sword.
And obviously, Karn doesn't need it.
At the moment.
Yes, sir, Carson. I'll take good care of it. I'll look after it and I'll use it and I'll bring honor to everyone. And just fumble with it to get it on my belt. And my bad moon is broken. Ha!
It does have a name.
It has a name.
Tanar.
Tanar.
Tanarl.
Tanar. Tanarl. Okay, Tanar. All right. Got a name, sword, and everything. Man, that just gets better and better.
When the Lord Cord of Strength comes tomorrow,
That sword
you'll be strong.
is especially effective against the living dead.
Like vampires and zombies and... Oh, wow.
An insurance salesman?
Tax collectors.
So in game terms, it's a normal +1 magic,
Okay, I got it right.
+3 versus undead.
All right, then.
I always thought healing spells should damage undead.
They do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can cast Cure Wounds on a zombie and do damage.
Cool. I always
You can
thought
also
that.
reverse
I've
Cure
ne-
Wounds to cause wounds.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's considered evil, so you're only evil players.
Well,
Reverse?
yeah, I knew about that, but
Yeah, you can reverse spells. Some of them.
but I
didn't know that.
always thought
Yeah.
healing a zombie would hurt it.
Yep, that's exactly what it does. But
I've never
casting
heard anyone
cause
actually
wounds
say it.
will heal it.
I've never actually heard someone actually confirm that,
Yep.
so that's cool.
Yeah, it's in the rules.
I like that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So that means I only have a -3 to use this sword.
You have no short sword proficiency still. Right?
No. I probably won't get that till, what, level 5 is when I get my next proficiency to fill out?
And then you're going to, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what level are you at right now?
3.
3. All right, you still got a ways to go yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully you live long enough to get there.
Oh, let's hope, yeah.
Hope so too. Otherwise, roll up a new character. All right.
But would this campaign be the same without Torin?
Yes, because you can always post reference and such, so you can create continuity that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll
And
just
expect
run into-
characters to die in this campaign. That is the way it goes.
We'll just run into Torin's cousin Borin.
All right, talk. You've been scratching away.
Okay, I give up on that and and I start fully examining all the stuff that I gave you to I've got it each laid out in its little pile
Right.
on its little cloth, and
Okay.
I'm...
So all of the armors, shields, bows, swords, daggers, knives, arrows, etc. have that
Okay.
little line of silver somewhere.
You know, why don't we just pitch
The money
this all
pouches
into...
don't seem to have anything like that.
Okay.
So you can hang on to the money pouches if you want.
Why don't you just pitch this all out into the woods and let those scavenging bums go find it there, huh?
Tarn just nods. Just a brief nod.
Towards the Infernium side.
Yeah. Let that big old whatever whose it was go and find it.
Tarn turns to Farhad. How far in does that trail go?
Far as I could see.
Pile all this up into a large blanket.
All right, I get one of the oiled cloth blankets that we have down.
Everyone's in agreement. I'm going to go take these down that trail as far as my horse can as quickly as possible.
Can
And
I see
deposit
the
it
thing
down
back?
there. What's that?
Can I see the sticky notes back?
Yes.
Farrakhan's mouth drops open, seeing that Karn is actually going to do something.
Quickly now.
I quickly unpack one of the large, tarpaulin things and pitch it down and
Okay.
start shoveling things on it. And
Yep. He starts lightening the load on his horse to set it aside there.
is that everything?
He's taking the barding off and everything. off
We
his
got it
little
all.
horse.
I'm asking people around.
Okay.
Everything good? Yeah.
Okay.
Throwing knives.
Does anybody hang on to any of the Mordredian gear
The
besides the pouches?
silver ring?
Silver rings. It doesn't. Well, you don't know. But you don't see the line of the little filigree
Okay.
that you've seen.
It doesn't look the same.
filaments, yeah.
Okay.
So you don't know for a fact, but so that's your
Alright.
choice if you want to risk it or not. Does anybody decide to conceal or hang on to anything?
Well, I'm going to salvage
Okay.
all the money
Okay,
pouches.
just want to check. Okay, hang on
Um,
to the money pouches. All right.
I just wanted to see if any of these things looked
Oh, I go grab the burnt
fancy
stuff
enough
too,
to,
just
to
in
maybe
case
be
it's still
worth
working.
trying to.
Well, he'll get that when he
Okay.
rides up the head. So, all right. He gathers that up.
Yeah,
Slings
I'll
on the
give it
back
all
of
up.
his horse.
All right, then tie it up in a nice bundle.
Rides
for him.
up. He says, "And wait here. I'll be back as quickly as I can. Keep your eyes open."
Yes, sir.
Goes up. The fire you set on the gear is still kind of smoldering. It wasn't the best. There wasn't a lot of fuel there, right? You know, it's just kind of charred the heck out of it, but it wasn't a really hot fire. He does what he can to cool it off enough in the snow so he can put it in the tarpaulin, and then he rides as fast as he can into those woods. And you guys can hear
Like
his
a
horse
cow.
crashing through the branches to the north. You can hear him go galloping
That was
into
the
those
last time
woods.
we saw Karn.
It could be. It could be.
I unsheath my sword or Tarnal and I just oogle it for a bit because
All right. It's a beautiful sword, and it's all etched and runes along it, and yeah, it's very
does
nice.
it hum slightly when you push it
No,
through the.
it's
Oh,
It doesn't go.
ain't singing sword. I sheath it.
It's a singing quartet sword.
I now have a total of +2 between all my magical enchantments to actually hit things, making me only a -3 to hit things.
Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye,
Alright.
my Coney Island.
What are the
Goodbye,
rest of you
my
doing
Coney
while you're
Island.
waiting for Karn? River.
Regretting not doing stuff in the past. Nothing.
Okay.
Just waiting, I
You
guess.
mean like read magic and stuff like that?
Or hypnotizing the guy that ran away.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's just watching
Waiting.
out.
Ready
I get
to go?
out, they say, oh, they can't eat with the bits in their mouth. I basically just go and pet on the pack horses and make sure they're doing okay and double
Okay.
check their packs, make
Okay.
sure everything's out. That
Yeah, you gotta kind of repack everything. You
Yeah.
guys kind of went through all your stuff, just sprawled everywhere. So you guys
repack and
need
get
to
ready.
repack. Okay, Moisha.
Repacking and checking on Herschel.
Okay. Herschel has been, ever since you entered the woods, really on edge. Hackles keep going up and down. Constantly afraid of the west side or the east side of the road. Just jumping all the time. Catching sniffs and whimpering from time to time and staying really close to you. Really, 3 inches. English moments, That's
Yes.
not how Herschel normally is.
No.
And that's how Herschel's behaving ever since you
Okay.
entered these woods, and getting more so the more north you've traveled.
Okay, that's okay, boy. Okay, it's probably not okay, boy, but keep yourself calm.
Let's pretend it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting with everybody now, and
Okay.
I do say something. I say, so maybe the smelly cat was innocent.
The smelly cat was not innocent. The smelly cat was following the magical items we were carrying.
Perhaps, but it could have been a coincidence.
Have you ever met a cat that was innocent of anything?
Yes.
I've never really met any cats.
Ah. Trust me.
Hey, where do you
Cats
think?
always know what they're doing.
Where do you think that wood elf fella ran off to?
South.
I mean, but what's there for him to run off to towards? I mean, is he just running away like some sort of,
The fist of cord.
Well, I suppose he could find himself some strength there.
So some time has gone by, about 20 minutes or so, and you hear what sounds like, to the northeast, a small explosion. A few moments later, another explosion. Not long after, you hear a galloping horse crashing through the woods to the north, followed by the occasional exploding sound.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
How is this?
Hop on the horse.
How does this rate compared to the Mordredian?
Not as loud as that, not as big as
Okay.
that. You've seen some prestidigitation of pyrotechnics of some wizards, and it sounds comparable to like an exploding fireball,
Okay.
which is not small,
And
but
which
not
is
as big as...
and which would probably explain the damage to our
Possibly.
our very swift-footed wood elf friend, who's no doubt run off to get.
So is this what
to
you're?
get
Is
some
this
help
what
for.
talk is jabbering along?
No, no,
Okay.
he's just.
So you hear the explosions. You can hear what you believe to be Karn's horse galloping very rapidly back towards the road, followed by explosions getting closer to the north of you. What are you doing?
I'm just staying alert,
Okay.
being ready for anything
Okay.
to
I'm
happen.
getting on my horse and making sure the pack's tied up and getting ready to move.
Okay.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay. Talk.
I'm just regretting using my mirage for the day.
Okay. Farhad.
So Karn went through the
That
broken down trees
corridor.
that went
Yeah.
to the east.
Yeah.
And
now it
this time
sounds
was
like
coming
he-
for the north.
No. Well, he went north and then took that road, that trail to the east.
Right.
And now he's galloping back west, and he's
Okay.
still north of you, right? Because you
Okay.
guys are around the bend, which is
Okay.
north of you. He's
So it
clearly
sounds like
galloping.
it's coming from the same place.
Yes, he's now running back the other way, and something is exploding behind him, is what it sounds like.
All right.
And he's clearly riding much harder than he rode when he rode in.
I am mounted, and I am going to start riding up there.
Okay.
Get my bow in hand.
All right, so Farhad rides around the bend. Everybody else remain here with Karn's gear.
Now, as soon as I'm
You ride ahead
mounted,
with Farhad?
I ride ahead.
Okay. Anybody else stay here with Karn's gear, or the rest of you ride ahead?
I'm staying
I
with the gear.
Staying.
Okay.
I'm staying with Legionnaire in the gear because
Okay.
someone needs to protect her.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
Handle
Karn
on
would be
sword.
ticked if she's left behind. All right. So Moisha and Farhad, you're around the bend where you can see this, and sure enough, you can hear it crashing along, and Karn comes galloping out, breakneck speed, barely slows his horse in time to turn south towards you guys. You can see his horse's backside, his horse's tail is completely singed up to a stub, and back quarters are burned. And as he gets about 20 feet away from the hole in the woods, you see two about 8 feet tall, two-legged creatures that look kind of like featherless giant birds. Again, they're about 8 feet tall. They just have legs. They have no wings, with a long tail and kind of lumpy skin, And as Karn is riding south, you see one of them, its eyes close, and fire shoots out from its eyes, and a small fireball goes hurtling at Karn.
Oh, laser raptors. Good.
Not raptors. Its head definitely looks like a big bird. Not like a
Raptor
lizard.
means bird of prey,
Well,
too,
okay,
so either way,
but, yeah,
either
okay.
way it works.
But it's not that. It's similar, but not. A fireball crashes into the woods, narrowly missing Karn, and a second one comes hopping in and stops at the edge of the woods there, and its eyes glow and launch at Karn as well. And also totally miss, crashing in the road, leaving a small crater in the road, steam from the snow that was there. Karn sees you guys there and points south as he keeps riding his horse to the south. What do you do,
Moisha turns
Moisha?
immediately.
Okay, and Farhad?
I wheel around and I look out of there too.
Okay. As you
Like
wheel
a
around, you
cow.
see the two creatures hop out, start running on the west side of the road towards all the three of you galloping to the south. And eyes glow, fireball goes hurtling over all three of your heads and crashing past. So you guys just see, the bend in the road.
Yep.
You hear the explosions. Then you see a fireball go and crash into the woods over here, just about 50 feet ahead of you. Yeah. And the second fireball explodes just behind Farhad. You feel the heat singe you a little bit from behind. It doesn't do any damage, but you definitely feel the heat of it. And then you guys come galloping around there, and you see all three of them. Karn's actually a little bit in the lead because he had momentum going, and the other two galloping behind as fast
Yeah,
as they can.
after the fireballs, I take that as my cue to turn this train around.
Okay, so you wheel your horse and touch around?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to turn around, River.
Seeing that they are running away, I start
You
turning
wheel your horse around?
Yeah.
Okay.
to run away.
I make a beeline to make sure that the lady is taken care of.
Okay, so you head for Janera. Talk.
I've been right with her.
I stand my ground
Okay.
and I'm going to cast 2D illusion.
Giant goose.
Yes, I am bringing back the giant goose that we used to scare away the attack keys.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's coming around this corner, but I figure if we have if it comes around the corner and sees a giant goose, it may have issues with that.
Okay.
I'm going to try and place it so that if counting on the druid barrier being here, so that they can't touch it without crossing the road.
So you can put it on the east side of the road.
Yeah.
Or the west side of the road.
Yeah,
There's
and
the
kind of make it so that they
Okay.
can't actually touch it because
Okay.
it'll only break if they touch it.
Okay.
All
right.
And I'm also going to pull out my expanding.
Well, okay, you can only do one. If you're going to cast a spell, you're casting a spell.
Well, I'm getting ready to, for my next round to have my expanding voice cone that I have.
Okay. All right. You're going to do that next.
And
Now, this spell,
Yeah.
this 2D illusion, concentration or
that one is
duration?
not concentration.
Okay. Find out the duration on that. Farhad, you see River and Torin trying to turn their horses around to ride south, and the pack animals. You see Moisha making a beeline to cover Janera. You see Talk casting a spell.
Oh no! Wait, this is.
You see Karn wheeling up in between Janera and the creatures coming, and getting his shield braced to try to protect her. What do you do?
If Karn is slowing down, it looks like he's going to fight. That means I have to fight closer and faster and better.
It looks like he's trying to grab one of the lances he'd set aside there to get ready to turn around and charge them.
Cool. I'm gonna jump off my horse with the bow in hand and like hero land and slide and get ready to
Don't
Okay.
Legolas.
Roll your
Legolas
dex
on
check.
this.
We have an
See if
18
you make
Four.
it
for
yourself.
Legolas.
4, great.
Out of-
He does it. He does a flip off and lands elegantly and is ready to go.
It's all CGI. It looks great.
No CGI. It's all real.
Does he do a
our
shot
heads.
while he jumps
No.
off?
No, he's
Oh.
ready to shoot. All right.
No, I'm not gonna shoot with that kind of penalty. Are you kidding me?
All right, and they are about
Where the heck
50
does
feet
the phone
away,
come
you know, at the bend
It's been
there.
hanging up there all day.
All right, so you two with the 4 horses basically are wheeling around trying to head south. Moisha, you're there to protect Janera. Karn's protecting Janera. Talk's protecting Janera. Farhad's there just to fight, right?
Yeah.
Just to not look bad.
But also, protecting everybody.
Okay, which side of the road are you on? Karn and Janera are on the east side of the road.
Dead center.
Dead center. Moisha.
How are they at the edge of the east side of the road? Because I would expect
They're in the middle of the east side of the road.
I would expect that Karn would be on one side and I would be on the other side.
Okay, well, you two can be right there. He's getting his horse wheeled around and pulling up a lance and getting ready to charge.
So
He's
I would.
clearly going to charge one of these creatures with a
Okay.
lance.
So if Farhad is in the center of the road, I'll be on the other side of Dranara from him.
Okay, so in the east side of the road,
Yeah.
Karn. So it's going to go Farhad, Karn, Moisha.
Yes.
Janera's here. Talk, where are you? Are you alongside Janera?
Yeah, and it is that one is in fact concentration as well.
Oh, okay, so-
So never mind the cone thing.
Okay, so you're just focusing on forming a giant two-dimensional illusion of a giant goose.
Yes, a very angry giant.
How
goose.
giant?
Let's see. How tall are the trees in this area?
About 100 feet.
How wide is the
Road?
road?
About 40 feet across. No, sorry, 20 feet across. Sorry.
Okay. I'll say it's about it's about 15-foot wingspan.
Okay.
And so probably
Well, wingspan's a lot bigger than its body.
I know. So
Okay.
probably
And these are about 8 feet tall.
about well, have I seen them yet?
Yeah, they've come around the bend.
Okay.
Yeah. They're 50 feet away.
Okay, so then I'll make it 15 feet tall and with a
Okay.
longer wingspan.
All right. That's necessary. Okay. So you do that. It pops up. Karn gets his lance and starts, stirrups to the steed and starts to gallop ahead. The first one stops, sees this giant thing. You see its eyes get large and stop. The other one had its head down and just kind of turns around and is continuing to run, just headlong. It doesn't even seem to notice the giant creature above it. It just was in a charge. Anyway, it seems to have its gaze locked in on Karn. It seems to just be fixed on him. So the other one has stopped 50 feet away and is just skidded, in the road, and is looking up at this giant
Cartoon
thing.
style.
The other one is down, just charging straight at Karn, and Karn is charging, shield up, lance at the ready, charging in. And we'll see how that goes.
Now this is what jousting should be.
All right. Okay. So Karn charging, skewers the creature right through. Lance comes out the back. Lance looks like it's going to snap because it bends with so much force as he's riding past the creature as he skewers it. But instead, the creature kind of flops to the side, and he's able to pull the lance out without snapping the lance and bring it forward again, all in one smooth, just skewer, flip, release, keep riding the whole time as he continues to ride forward towards the other one. The creature flops to the ground, bleeding what looks like fire onto the ground. Some sort of liquid and flame is coming out of its blood. as it bleeds on the ground, and it's kind of flopping around on the ground. It's not dead, but doesn't have any arms. It just has its 2 legs. It's trying to get up, but it's bleeding profusely from its midsection. And Karn is continuing his momentum towards the next one.
Top that
Farhad.
I'm going to shoot at the one that is alive.
They're both alive, but the one that's standing there, stock still, and the wounded one or the dead one? I mean, sorry, wounded one or the one 50 feet away?
Terrified one.
How wounded is the wounded one?
Pretty bad. It's got liquid pouring out of it and flames coming out of its liquid, but it seems to be trying to get back up on its feet. A normal creature would be dying, but it seems to be getting back up. Trying
right.
to.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to shoot at the one that is uninjured.
Okay. Take your shot.
2 arrows. Normal, boring arrows. 13 plus 3, 16.
You nail it. Roll for damage.
Measly 1d6.
You got spoiled.
3.
Okay. It embeds in it. You see a puff of flame come out from its skin as the arrow is incinerated. But it yelps in pain, and you see flaming blood pour out of its front section a little bit. And it gives a sound, just a very unpleasant sound. And its eyes go from what it was afraid of to Farhad. You want to take your second shot?
I think we discussed this last
Oh, that's right.
time
It's at
we
the end of the
played.
round.
I don't get my second shot right in a row. Everybody gets their turn.
Right,
Is that
and then
right?
at the end. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where
you're
is he
still
in
doing your
relation to my illusion?
He is behind it.
Because I was imagining, him just shooting it right between the
Yes.
goose's eggs,
Yeah,
goose's legs.
sure, you bet. That works. That totally works. Moisha.
I will shoot at the wounded.
Well, they're both wounded now.
Well, I will
Both
shoot at the
are-
first one.
Okay, the first one's 25 feet away, the other one's 50 feet away. Okay,
Yeah.
so you shoot the first one, go ahead and roll, and you two are continuing to ride south, right?
14.
Makes sense. Okay. All right, that's a hit. Roll damage.
What am I rolling for damage?
D6.
Thank
Is it a bow?
Yeah,
Yeah, D6.
6.
Nice. You shoot it right in the eye, pin its head to the ground. It twitches for a little bit. Actually, it's going to twitch for a while, like a chicken with its head cut off. But it's dead.
Okay.
You took it out. You pinned it. But the arrow slowly burns up. The
Okay.
arrow is gone. And let's see, Karn did his thing. Am I missing anybody? You guys did your thing. Okay, go ahead, Farhad. Take your second shot. The critter that got wounded still is afraid. It's
21.
not charging. It's just making noise. 20. That's definitely a hit. Roll damage.
There it is. 1.
Okay, you shoot it again, but between getting hit twice and this giant thing, it hops around and starts running away. Karn in pursuit. And, but as he comes around the bend, Karn skids his horse to a stop and just looks back over his shoulder, looks at Janera, and you see him consciously restrain himself from chasing that critter farther down the road. But he's watching it. And he watches it, and you see him give a nod, and he goes back to you. It ran back down through the woods. Let's get the others together. We should get past you as quickly as we can. And he rides back to gather his gear. Anybody want to go get them? Because they're continuing to gallop to the south. They're out of sight already. You can hear their footsteps in the...
I will. For
All right.
Mount
All right, you hop up. We'll go catch up with them. Farhad
Okay.
catches up to you.
Wheel it back around.
Okay, you get back there. Karn's loading his gear back up.
Kept the pack horses safe.
Yeah. And we're gonna have
Everything is
to
okay.
we're gonna have to leave it there. We're out.
Warren led the things to us. Moisha killed one of them. I frightened the other one off.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to leave it there, and we'll discuss this next week for part of the roleplay because we're out of time. If you haven't donated yet to RPG Research, the 501c3 studying the effects of all role-playing game formats, please consider doing it. This would be a great chance for you to already do it before the end of the year. It would really help us out. Go to rpgresearch.com and click on donate. You can do a one-time donation through PayPal or recurring donation. Also, consider us for Amazon Smile. If you're buying stuff on Amazon, you can go to smile.amazon.com and select RPG Research as your charity of choice. And everything you buy from Amazon, a very small percentage will actually get donated to us. It's like 0.04% or something, but still, it all adds up.
At no cost to you.
At no cost to us, no cost to anybody else. Amazon kindly donates that. So please do consider donating to us through Amazon Smile Dugouts. Smile.amazon.com, select your charity, and you can pick RPG Research. Or join as a Patreon subscriber and get early access to our research and videos and other content, as well as a huge bonus points of hero points so that you can have audience interactive effects like Dan did with this wood elf being engaged and giving them some useful information, some very useful information. So
Thank you,
do please
Dan.
consider it.
Hey, Dan.
And so thank you very much for joining us.
Although, do you have any more points to give them be our guide?
This is the last session of 2018.
Did we catch up with them with our fleet-footed horses?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back again next Sunday to continue in a brand new year of 2019. Heroes of the Mist. Thank you, wherever you may be well. Happy gaming and Namarie.
Fun, fun, fun.
I'm talking. I got myself a sort of a name. It's got magic and everything.
Good night.
One goose a slaying.
Joe.
Sinin Gotharen Chokozel Jalankibi.
Which is?
You have beautiful doe eyes.
Dan?
I'm okay.
And thank you, Dan and Pyro behind the scenes helping make the tech and the moderating working. Wherever you may be well.
Bye.
Bye.
Take
Yep.